Hello and welcome back. Today we are proceeding with issue 6 of Fanhome's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord build. And as you can see, we will be continuing with the saber-toothed tiger head. We previously started the assembly on the head with the PowerPoint connection. And it looks like we'll be proceeding with some more of the assembly on the head this issue. So without further ado, here is our magazine. It's Tyrannosaurus on the front this week. Standard legal, contents, instructions, a fact file on Trini Kwan, who was the first Yellow Ranger for Mighty Morphin. We have a episode summary for a food fight with Pudgy Pig. Episode summary, merchandising this week, and it looks like we will be able to test some lights on this. Tells us to use the remote, however I don't have any batteries at present for the remote, so hopefully I can do some of this without the remote, and then we can do a follow-up test once the remote is in place, but we'll look at that at the end. So let's get down to business. So here we have our contents for issue 6. Let's get the magazine opened and check our contents. So we should have the left eye, internal structures and jaws for the head. We should get the outer part of the left ear, back of the throat. We get our screws. Let's get these opened and sorted. One pack of screws with 2 different types. In there you get 3 PWBs, which are the small black ones, and then 3, 4, 5 of the PWMs. You get circuit board, jaw bushings, and then obviously the screws. So let's proceed with assembly. Where is my screwdriver? My screwdriver's gone walkies. Oh well, I'll use the other one, that's fine. Okay, so step 1 is taking the left side of the head from the previous issue and fitting our eye socket. This will rest over that screw point and connect with that clip there, the same as it did on the right. We then want one of the grey screws to screw this in. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Don't know why I'm counting there. How's everyone's day going? All day gone, depending on when you're watching this. There we go. Nice and tight. And get our eye fitted. Then we need to fit our earpiece. Getting distracted solely because I can't find my screwdriver. I quite liked that one. Don't know where I've put it. Oh well. try and push in our ear until, so this is just as fiddly as the last one. It needs to be pushed all the way in. Just going to get a bit of blue tack to hold that, and then I'm just going to push. There we go. Only reason I used the blue tack was because I wanted something firm and hard to push down on the ear without scratching it. That's a little, but oh well, it won't be seen. And then we take the internal structure and fit this to the side of our head. So this will go like so. So this slides in at a bit of an angle, so it's resting on the 2 screw ports here and the weight there. Again, it's going to be 3 PWM screws, which is our silver screws. I'm going to start with the central one to give us a nice resting point to enable the others to be screwed in without issue. Screw these in. I really don't like this screwdriver. No, that's it. I'm gonna go have a hunt for my others. Found it. I couldn't see for looking. It was right there with the other bits of the saber-toothed tiger. Absolutely blind. No, oh, that's so much better. This is the screwdriver which came with the Dalek build. I prefer this one just because it's magnetized and the head twists, so instead of pushing it deep into your palm, it rests there while the rest is turning. I mean, I get this is just a cheap screwdriver, and I'm certain many of you out there have far better screwdrivers you can use, but this was a nice one which came with it. And then we need the jaw from issue 4, and this will connect with the circuit board. So the wire will stay facing out and the circuit board will go electric side up. and we'll sit over the 2 screw ports here, and then we just need to screw these in place. Okay. You want to be careful here. 1, you don't want to mess up the electronics, and 2, when you're screwing this into place, you don't want to over tighten and ruin the circuit board. So the first thing I'm going to do is just line up 2 screws so it stays put. There we go. And then I can screw these into place. Tighten, make sure we're all okay. Then with that done, we are taking our wire, and this will plug into the smallest socket, which with the LED facing away from you will be on the right side. Facing towards you would be the left. And again, if you have tweezers, you might find it's easier with tweezers. I do have tweezers, and sometimes it is easier, but this one fits in quite nicely without issue. Keep the wires tucked away. Then we need our right side from issue 4, and this time we are going to feed the existing wire through the lower jaw. There it is. And try to get this set up nicely and plug in our wire. There we go, that's nicely done. Then the jaw will just come to slide over the, so with it plugged in, there are 2 ports here, and it will just slide over those pegs and rest there. So we have that. Okay. Is that right? Yes, that's going to be the only way it can go, so that's got to be correct. Okay. Feed that down so it's nice. Okay, fit the 2 holes on the right side, over locating pins on the right side as indicated. Next, it looks like we're going to want some glue, and it appears that okay, so what appears to happen, is you're going to want to apply tiny bits, drops of glue to these 4 points, and this will then plug onto that. I do have some plastic glue which should be sufficient. This is standard modelling glue, just Revels glue. It should be sufficient to hold it in place. You might want some super glue or something, but I see no reason why this shouldn't work. There we go. With a nice firm push, that then all becomes situated. I can see where you want the glue, because without it, it's easy to pop this off. But once the glue's set, it should be fine. Then we take the black back cover, and that just slides in and situates at the back. It's a nice touch. And then we have our two rubber supports bristles, and they will go over each end like so. I assume so that when this is finally assembled and the jaw is fully situated, I assume this is the one. Oh yes, see. So once this is fully situated, it should just be able to hinge without being too loose. Otherwise, we now have three partially complete parts of the saber-toothed tiger head. Presumably this will eventually connect like so, and with that coming up like that. But I assume that finalisation will be part of a future issue. In the meantime, we now need to look at testing our lights. So, okay. Once the cables are plugged into the circuit board and the lights at the head of the saber-tooth should remain off, which they are, then press and hold the switch back until two small lights on the circuit board turn on. Okay. So this looks like it's going to need some charging from the USB cable. I don't have a spare plug to hand at the moment. Let's see if I can get something. So unfortunately I have, it's a very short cable and the plug's not in the best of positions. So you can get an idea. It's plugged in, you press the button, you can see the lights flash there. So we now know that's working. So there we have issue 6, our saber-toothed tiger head coming along nicely. With the Megazord head done, and most of this done, having already started the Mastodon, I am partially wondering if the heads of all of the Dinozords will be completed first before we move on to the bodies, which will be interesting to see. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll be back soon.